Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Louisiana. So, what am I doing here, you're asking yourselves? Wow. I was watching GrayBeardGaming, and he's doing, well, he's created a challenge called cowsncorn, and it's a bit like the animals only challenge I was going to do in FS22 with AgTech. Yeah, but never finished. So, ooh, just tapped it. I'm gonna go for just tapped it. I know I ploughed into it, but there we go. We'll stop the truck there. This is the International from the Plains and Prairies. Now, the general premise behind this challenge is sell anything made with corn or anything from a cow and all the cows. I'm gonna say that includes buffalo because they, you know, basically the same thing. He doesn't say buffalo, he says cows and corn. Buffalo and corn, no. And then he says that you can sell anything at the start from, including machinery, and yeah, so sell everything, and then you can sell anything you want, buy what you want, as long as it's not unrealistic. Is basic the goal. Now, I'd already started playing on this map, messing around, different things. Before, I was trying out precision farming is what I was doing, and playing around with the plains and prairies stuff. So I've kept some of the old equipment, some of the equipment that I was playing with, and yeah. And I've removed the millions of bounds that I had to play with. So I hope that's alright. I've got, as you see, 3 contracts underway. One for spraying into herbs, and one for 2 for fertilizing. Just grabbed our livestock trailer. I dropped it down earlier to Katie at the livestock dealers, and they were having some issues with a few things, so they weren't able to load the calves. So I left it there, and I've just gone back and picked it up. So that's why we were down there. Grabbed the trailer. I've already paid her for the calves, so that's all good. So yeah, this is me. This trailer's heavy. I can feel it pushing the truck. Come on, seriously. So get these cows in, these calves, and then I'll give you a quick scooch around the farm so you can see what I've changed and what I haven't changed. So there's 2 cow barns. Let's just pull up here. Now, this cow barn holds what does it hold? 159. There's slurry, there's meadow, and it's got water. And then there's a pasture down that way that holds a few as well. So first thing, while we're here, I've changed the bunker size to this one because I like this one. I've added grass and stuff. This has been moved ever so slightly and added some grass and plants around the outside. I like it to look lived in. I love the map, it's brilliant, but it looks a little bit clean. Do you know what I mean? It looks clean. Got the feed mixer, that's start equipment. I've got the fence, that's also start equipment with the bale spike. That is the entirety of the telehandler equipment. Is that I've changed that? That's the same. I want to. I want to this out for Cavalier Roy's bigger one. I also want to switch to pasture up as well. So, so what we do is. I'm not sure if I've got enough room here. I can't see very well. I've caught the bunker. Let's go through the bunker. It'll be fine. Yes, I will change them all up, mix it all around, and stuff. But I thought, while we're trying to earn our keep, it might make sense to start fattening up some calves. Because at some point they'll be big enough and daft enough for us to breed on, if you know what I mean. No. I haven't even got halfway there and I already knew that was gone wrong. This is the only problem with this truck. And that's the turning radius. It is awful. I'm making a right hash of this, aren't I? Are all American trucks awful on the lock? I mean, here in the UK, I'm used to like Scanias and things. And they're not so bad. I'm going to have to smooth that a little bit. The drive wheels are staying on the floor, but the steers are coming up. So this is the modded Wilson trailer. So it's been painted red. I've got white rims. It didn't matter how many times I changed these to chrome, it ended up white, so I just painted the down things white. Trailer thing, there are calves in there, please tell me. Yep, there are calves in there. Let's get these in the air. Open the door. So we'll get 36 calves in here. Close the door up. There they are, look. All springing around in the field. So they should be pretty happy. I think there's milk in this barn as well. Yeah, a little bit of milk, a little bit of slurry, and plenty of meadow. So that's how that's rolling. While we're down here, we will, I'll show you around this side of town. I know my harvest is nearly full as well. So this area here, we've got a, whatever you want to call that, shed, tin shed thing. Not the biggest fan of these, but it works. It's on the map. We've got another shed here. Not sure what we're going to do with that, but something. And a windmill water thing. This is all just base gate. Well, I say base gate. This is all just as is from the map maker. I haven't changed any of that. This shed that I'm backing the trailer into, this again was already here. You see, I can do it. It was just the fact that the the ground was uneven and my steer wheels come off the floor. That's what I'm blaming anyway. So in this shed, we've also got a Wilson twin tank, whatever you want to call it, trailer for the grains. Only the one truck. I haven't got an OTT with the trucks. We've got a shed and a mailbox. We have another shed. This is the shed you start with on the one tile challenge. Jet wash I've placed. Workshop I've put next to it. This is the workshop. There's the trigger. So any repairs will take place down here. There's a fuel tank up at the farm, and I want to move that here as well. So put it here probably. And then we have accommodation. Let's go with that. Got them washing out. We have accommodation for our workers. They live in here. Don't look too close because it's technically a warehouse and technically there's storage shed. A storage rack. I hadn't finished decorating and doing stuff down here, but I thought, you know, excuse me, if I'm going to take on this challenge, then there's no point. It needs to be a challenge. There's no point doing everything and then working out that, you know, there's no challenge. Ouch! I leant forward, grabbed my tea, stopped my coughing, and then I turned around, right in the eye socket with a microphone. Brilliant. Now it's all watery. You know it's a good one when you can't keep your eye open, right? Such a fool. Yeah. So what I'm actually thinking of doing, because Graybeard says you can use normal, but I might whack it up to hard. You know, proper challenge. I'm already on 10 days, so once August is done, I'm gonna flick time to like 15. So we go through loads of days, and I get loads of little bits done. So like a, because these fields are split. There's like groups of like 3, 4s, and 5s. Although we all own the whole lot. And the reason I thought this map would be good is because it's called cowsncorn. So we got all these cornfields and all this grass field and the cows. I thought that was a win-win, surely. So all this you've seen, we're down to 10 grand. So we need to make money, hence the contracts. I'm probably starting with more equipment than I probably could have afforded. Well, I know I couldn't afford all of it. But nothing is fantastic. I mean, I've sold all the plains and prairies stuff that I had. So I had like, you know, 4 big Roys and just messing around. Just having a gay old time, as Fred Flintstone would say. So here we have a cow pasture, holds 125. I'm going to swap that out for the bigger one as well. Or maybe the fenceless one. Or maybe a couple of fenceless ones. Like split this half into 2. Because they produce milk. More corn. Just here, I have added in a fermenting silo as well as the bunker down at the cows. This one didn't seem overly unrealistic, I don't think. That's the number one thing, non-unrealistic. I mean, it's 1-to-1. The cycles are quite high, that's the only thing. I haven't used it. But the reason I went for this one is because it's got a large capacity. I was going to use the silage shed thing that I had on Riverbend, but I haven't as yet. That's just decoration. This shed was already here, and I've placed storage for liquid fert, herbs, solid fert, lime, and seeds. So this is my, seed liquid fert storage silo tank thing, because you don't want to mix, like your herbicides and stuff with your cattle feed. That's not on, is it, eh? I can't buy it from in here. It turns the lights on and off. Let me spin around so you can see the lights. So we have to buy it from the store and fill them up, which is fine. I got no problem with that. I've got a tap here. This is the plant protection pack thing. So store, grab a little container, chuck it in the thing, fill it up. When we're finished doing whatever we're doing, we can then come back, unload the tank into these, and it's a win-win, right? I will go to the store and buy some bags of fert and seed and stuff and get those all topped up. Right, we'll get onto that side in a second. We did start with chickens. I've sold the chickens, but I've still got a pallet of eggs that I need to get rid of. So I need to do that. As you can see, there's a lot of corn. Oh, wet feet. So somewhere up here should be the harvester, which is the harvester you start with. There is. So you start with this harvester. That one, the class Evian. However, you start with a grain header. Well, I got, 39 acres of corn. Brilliant. Let's start with a grain. So we sold that. I've got a corn head on there now. It's only 6 meters. The same harvester, so it's not massive. You start with the Challenger and you start with the Deutz. I have sold both of those, and we have this kitten, the Fendt 942. This is our biggest tractor. This is by Hans, modded one. Absolutely love Hans's mods, brilliant, and they sound amazing. Well, in my opinion, they sound brilliant. It's just got that, I don't know, the things open and close, and windows, doors, the roof. It's pretty cool, right? And that really low as it pulls away. I could sit here and listen to that all day. Oh, are you kidding me? I have crop destruction on. Yeah, so you can dry the corn, can the corn, silage the corn, whatever it is you want to do with the corn. But you can't feed corn to pigs and then sell the pigs. That's a no. Let's get this empty. Get this tractor out of the way. Why is it gone down there? I'm indecisive whether or not we need to downsize the all the wagon grain cart chaser bin, this J&M. I don't know whether we need to downsize that slightly or whether because on the back of a big Roy it's fine. With the old Fords, I'll say what, it's so nice to have like Ford branded stuff in game. Absolutely brilliant. Right. We don't own those, they are not ours. We're going the long way around because I can. I've added a RTK station for precision farming just here. These cornfields are ours. We do own those, and the 2 ponds. That's our pup. That's Belle. Just to the left, you can see the pallet of eggs and the grass area where the chickens were. This thing here, this is the weather thing, isn't it? So you get a better weather doohickey. That's right, yeah? Does anybody know how to shut it up? I mean, other than sell it. How am I going to get this in there? Oh, I need to sort the horses out as well. I cannot sell horses. That is not an option. Horse silage is a no. But I'm going to sell 2 because I don't want all 4. So what I'm thinking is, we need another tractor. What I'm thinking is, we do have another tractor. I completely forgot to show you over there. Is because we're gonna need straw for the cows, right? So if we need straw, why not? You can go, and you can go, and then there, and then you can be Jack, and you can be Jill. There you go, Jack and Jill. Yeah, so I grow oats. Do one of these sections of field as an oat field to get some straw. I can feed the oats to the horses. So we got this 942, as I mentioned earlier. And then we have an older, what was it, 824? Is that what it is? We'll find out in a second. Let's get this down there. I'm going to run around. Yeah, 824. Which is, I love these tractors. The problem is, there's, oh, I've got the Zara Scout on the back of this. The problem with this is it doesn't like to drive. One. It's mighty slow at pulling away. I mean, it does exactly what I needed to do, but it's very slow. No, it is what it is. It's what I've got, so I'm going to be using it, right? Regardless. Can I get these twin wheels through there? The concentration on my face. stick that in there. While that's emptying, in this shed we have another fence. We have the Katana 850 standard pipe, largish. Well, I think it's the largest engine, and then we have the 7.5 meter, not the 9, so that is upgradable. I know, but I was already playing on the map, and I was like, you know what? Rather than just mess around, I might as well record some stuff. We have money. Where have we got money from? Not that. None of that's on. Is it this? Is this earning me an income? Old wind wheel. Is that earning me an income? I'm not entirely sure what that would be under. Generators, surely. Well, I don't have it installed. I ain't complaining. I'm making money from somewhere, possibly wind power. I want to find the vent over here. Yes, we have a third vent, which is in this sunflower field somewhere. There they are. They are applying the herbicides. We've got the old spot and spray stuff doing its thing. I seem to be using more diesel than I am herbicide. It's fine. This is the second or third contract I've done with this. This is the biggest field I've done with this, but anywho, let's grab this guy. Pipe out. Miles away, Phil. What you doing, mate? So what I thought was these 3 fields will I was gonna harvest. These 3 fields I'm gonna chaff, and then I might harvest 3 of these and dry 3 of these. That's what I thought anyway. The noise that this header makes is brilliant. Absolutely spot on. Is it just me, or can you hear that? Is that this? Are you serious? That's... Yes, this. Quick, let's escape before it comes back. We got Ben. Water even. We have water. This is the international truck you start with. So that's still sat there. I did sell the motocross bike, dirt bike. I have no need for that. So we have eggs we need to sell. I was going to scan these fields, hence the fence was on the thing, but they're so close together. I'm going to have to scan this as one complete entity. Let's grab this. I know I don't have any what's the word I'm looking for? Somebody help me. Silage. I'm sorry. Silage additive. I know, I'm aware. I want this guy. But the fields aren't limed. If I turn it back on, they need ploughing. It's fully grown, no fertilisation. It's not like we were going to get a huge amount anyway. Hang on, you have to wait. I'm setting up. Again, not the quickest at pulling away. There we go. All we gotta do is try and keep up. Some old fence, some new fence. You see, I haven't used a lot of fence equipment. I've done no chopping in 25 at all. So our first go at chopping. Brilliant. I'll tell you what, that's going up pretty quick. Oh, I'm well chuffed with that. That's working well, that is. 56% already. I know you can't see a great deal in here, but I'm sorry. No! Don't stop, come on! I can hear the sprayer. I don't know what's changed. Something has clearly changed. I don't know what. But I don't remember hearing it before. But I can now. You don't back up quite so quick, because I can't. Go. Go. Nope. Drive, you darn thing. Yeah, once these 6 fields have all been harvested, we'll what will we do? We'll do something. We will see if we can grab ourselves a line spread, get them all lined. Probably in real life would cultivate that in, wouldn't you? But I am running precision farming, so cultivation's not a good idea. However, where is it? Oh, full. The monopole. I'll just call the front of that. The monopole Caverland. The Caverland planter that we have. It's in front of us in the shed there. That isn't direct drill, so that's not gonna. It's not gonna cut the mustard. Are you serious right now? I think these trailers with the what's the word looking for? Like a rear wheel assist steer. They're a good idea. Don't get me wrong. And they do exactly what they say on the tin. But for tight quarters like this, they're a nightmare. Let's be honest. 38,000 litres of chaff. So I can do chaff, grass and hay all into silage. That. Oh. Well, looks like this might end up going. Although, on 10-day seasons running reasonably quick, that won't be quite so fast, will it? I apologise, I didn't realise that was quite as quick as it is. Oh dear. Never mind. I tell you what, if it's ready by the end of August, I will still leave it until September. How about that? Regardless of how quick that motor's through it, we're going to leave it. We'll leave it for the full month before we can take it out. As a kind of a compromise. Hang on, I need to turn round. I'm not backing up. I should have come in from the other side. I didn't realise this field was quite as long. Right. Spin round. What we do need to grab, and that's a forage trailer that's designed for foraging. They're a little bit more manoeuvrable, and I'm going to stop here because I want. You can stop for a second. This guy, because that guy is full. I can't afford to waste money on worker fees. I think this guy's been sat here for a little while, so let's get him unloaded. this tractor. There's this one and the 700, 742 and all that. Oh, they're brilliant, absolute brilliant mods. Are we done? That's annoying that I can hear that sprayer. Right, let me get this out of the way. If I don't, it's bound to turn into it, right? Because that's what workers do. In fairness, you could be parked on the other field and they'll still drive into you. So, right, leave that there. He's doing alright. He's doing alright. I'm going to try and do a bit more in-cab, because I don't generally do in-cab stuff. I mean, you can't see a lot of anything. That's the problem. I tell you when in-cab is a good thing, is when you're using the steering wheel pedals. I find it more immersive, more realistic if I'm in-cab. I really struggle to do steering wheel third person. You know, out here somewhere. Yeah, when I get this back to the farm, get it emptied, and I've got 2 fertilising contractors got to be doing. I broke New Hope, by the way, just so you're aware. New Hope has been broken. Well, I'm calling it doing a Zorge. I updated it without thinking. So everything that I'd done, everything I'd ploughed, everything that I'd seeded, all gone. Which is very, very annoying. So I need to restart the Pioneer Challenge. I never finished it on 22, so I want to get it done this time. The problem is, I'm indecisive whether to restart that or not. I mean, I really, really don't like the map. I'm sorry, Mr. Tennessee Farmer. I just don't like it. No, Mr. Rusty's always told me that regardless of, can you reach? Regardless of how I feel about a map, we should always give it a go. Which is why I always like doing Rusty's challenges, because there are always maps and stuff that you wouldn't think would be a good idea. And it's half the time you're like, actually I really like this map. And some drive, and some of the time I feel like, you know, this map still isn't for me. You know, I've done 20-30 hours and it's like, don't like it. I mean, the biggest problem, not sure why you're waiting for me. The biggest problem with it is A, the overlays, B, is that water sound. I don't know why and from where the water's coming from, but you have a constant seaside sound with boats and seagulls and why are you going up and down that way? It's just odd. So yeah, not the biggest fan of the map. As much as I wanted to complete the challenge, I'm not gonna say I won't, but I need to find a different map. Tennessee, if you're watching, mate, have you got a different map? No. Still using the old controller. Don't forget, guys, if you want, you don't have to. If you want, I have a PayPal. You can donate to the channel. Currently saving up for a new PC, is what I'm doing. Without the PC, I can't do the edits. No edits, no videos. So, I mean, I'm not saying donate me a new PC, but you know. Are you kidding me? Let me move! Why are they still going backwards? What the? You're not going to do those bits, no? Unbelievable. Surely he could have seen me in the mirrors, right? He'd have been like, tractors behind me, let's stop backing up. No. Let's just drive into the man. Right. Oh. I'm in the wrong tractor, that's why I wasn't in that one. Let's get this unloaded. Then we need to go grab the sprayer dude. Get the tractor unloaded and move on to a fertilising contract. This tractor's going to get old very quickly if it keeps doing this. It is what it is. Get that unloaded. I don't think that's any faster than that fermenting pit that I had on Carblands. I don't think that's any worse than that. Have you noticed with the tram lines, some fields don't have tram lines, some fields do have tram lines? Weird. Also, why? Why do they have tram lines? I mean, I know why. If it's just an NPC field, why doesn't it just stay as a field? And the tramline stuff, you can add it in. So like, let's say I added tramlines to my seed drill, right? This is 21 meters, so I'd add a 21 meter tramline. Makes sense. At that point, once I've set a tramline distance, then the fields should go. Okay, he's using 21 meters. We'll add that because it's like 24, 27 meters. It's not 21, which is, you know, annoying. He's done. Let's get this emptied and refilled. Somebody's left a tractor in the way. That'll be me. I left it right there, right in the way, it did. So now what you do is you pull over to here. I unload that. Like that. And then supposed to have gone to the store and bought. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. It's in here. See? I'd already bought some, put it in there. You fool. I'm not going to bother filling up the tiny tank on the back. Just going to leave it as it is. So, we have done the spraying on field 1. There we go. We'll collect on that. Yeah, so can I do contracts on fields if you have the equipment to do the contract? So we've got 7 and 3. Shoving and 3. 7, 3. Okay. Can I get down here? Is this a thing? Will I get stuck in a tree? That takes me to here. Oh, so I hope I can go down there, but I think it's going to have to be down here. Or up and round. Well, let's go see some more of the map. I actually really like this map. Pretty cool. GrayBeardGaming's rendition of this challenge is on Wasco County, Minnesota, which is Truckermatis's map. It's a cool map. You start with a huge field of soybean, if I remember correctly. Which is what it is, right? Yeah. But the fact that there's cattle pens and stuff scattered all over this map, you start with a load of corn and a load of grass. Not that we have any grass equipment, you understand. But we have a load of that. Alright, let's hire you. And I want to head back That was frightfully horrible, wasn't it? I don't want this. Where's the... I want this guy. I mean, I can always combine these little fields. I've got to cut the middle out, haven't I? Here I am, I'm just thinking... I'm thinking cut the middle out, make more fields, and my brain went, you're all about planting oats for straw so you can feed the horses as well. And you don't have a seed drill, only a planter, and that doesn't do corn. That doesn't do oat. So that's not going to cut the mustard, is it? Get this in here. That header folded up. It is folded. It's all the snouts have moved. Let's stick this under the tree. We've got all these cornfields to do. Now, corn isn't harvestable until the fall, in autumn time, but ours is all ready to go. Whereas if you go here, that's the stage it should be at, but ours looks like this. So I want to get it all off the ground before the computer works out that it shouldn't be ready. That's that one. I need to get this guy out of the way. Get him down here. Oh. Let's get the trailer out of the way. Is that a thing? Yeah, game volume will not in focus. Adjust the volume of the game when the window is not in focus. That's the background noise. Oh. Just gonna have to listen to the sprayer apparently. Is that all sprayers or just that one? Does anybody know? No! Grrr. Only I could do that. take a sample there. You see, I started to just buy the samples, like all the time. So I haven't done this really since FS19, when you had to do this. I think in the early stages of 22, because I was used to sampling, I continued for a bit and then went straight to, you know what, let's just buy the sample for the field. But I ain't got that sort of money on this challenge. Right, I think I'm gonna have to leave it here, guys. This has been a long old episode. So I'm gonna crack on. That's what I'm gonna do. I've got stuff to do. Soil sampling and stuff. I may well just crack on. Just you know, call this an episode, and then next episode we'll just continue with the soil sampling, I suppose. So I'm gonna leave it here. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment. Each and every one of you, please take care, and I'll see you all in my next adventure. Cheers, guys.